there's an energy that gives you an increased understanding of ourselves and others. That's what the Lagoose is talking about. And it's also in reverse, shows me that it's an energy you are dealing with, you are working on. It's kind of like a gift you get. Welcome and thanks to everybody for being here. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Cancer, or you have Cancer placements in your chart for the month of August. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate with all of you. Just take the parts what does and leave the rest for somebody else, please. I feel like you could be somebody who is dealing with decisions, or that energy of decisions, deciding something, or it could be also that you are having some fear when it comes to changes. But I feel like Spirit wants you to feel empowered, feel uplifted when it comes to changes, or that's how you should move forward when it comes to it. You see, Cancer, I was pulling a bunch of Oracle cards, and you will see later on I was also pulling some tarot cards for you to see what is going on with your energies. I will also read later on the pathway and the affirmation cards for you, what they're saying in detail. So, but let's get started with the Romance Angel Oracle cards for you, Cancer. I was pulling the Make the Effort and the Separation in the reverse. The Make the Effort card says, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So maybe there's something where Spirit is pushing you, but you're kind of hesitant, maybe because of past experiences. That's what I feel. The separation card in reverse also says time apart from your partners on the horizon. I feel somehow that could be a fear, that you are afraid that this could be happening. Maybe for some it is so, and you know that there's a separation coming in. But also, Spirit wants you to know that it's somehow, if you don't want that, if you're trying to keep the puzzles together in a way said, then you are the one who has the chapter in hand, means like you are the one who can make a change happening in a different way. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. You also see with the angel oracle cards that the angels are saying that a situation you're in or you're dealing with will improve, and also something in the near future. Could be that something within you is changing in the near future, or that you are afraid that something is happening in the near future. It is an energy you are dealing with, not somebody else. So something where you are trying to improve something in the near future. It could be that that situation is not going to change from today to tomorrow, right? It's not going to change within a day. Maybe it takes some time to change, whatever it means, but there's something where it it takes your effort to bring it in. That's what I want to say. Could be in love, could be in your work relationship, could be in your living situation. So wherever, whenever it comes to change, it takes you to make it happen. The Soul's Journey Oracle cards, Cancer, are also showing me that you are in a situation where you work on yourself, or you should start working on yourself when it comes to blame. Okay, it says the first card in the reverse, I accept responsibility for my well being. So when it comes to your feeling, how you feel, Spirit wants you to work on yourself first and to accept also. The indecision is also in the reverse, and by the way, you have a lot of cards here in the reverse, what also shows me that it's important for you in your situation to work on yourself first. Doesn't matter how the situation looks or how you feel right now. What I want to say is work on your feeling, how you feel right now. Work on yourself to make or improve that situation you're in, if that's the case. The indecision card as your next soul's journey oracle card in the reverse is saying, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Maybe that's why it's in the reverse. Spirit wants you to use your intuition to work on yourself to improve your situation. The peace card also in reverse says, I'm a being of love and I release all negative energy. So there's something where it comes to accepting, releasing all those things where you have to do the steps. You have to work on yourself. You have to work on releasing those energies that are not helping you, that are not supporting you. The envy card in the reverse is saying, I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So maybe there's something you also don't want that others might see, or you feel like others might not understand what you're going through. And that can create also a different kind of energy that is hindering you actually to move ahead in the direction you want to go. So try to figure out, listen to your intuition, what those energies are that aren't benefiting you, filter it, sort it out, and move forward with new energies of being confident. You also have the confident card here with the pathway oracle cards, but I will read those later, as I said. Let's take a look at the earth magic oracle card I was pulling for you, Cancer. And thanks to everybody who's also liking this video, is sharing it with those who it might help, and is also subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you and thank you very much for being here. The lotus flower is an upright for you, Cancer, and it talks about unfoldment. So something when it comes to rising to the surface, when you move towards the light, as I said, you got to work on yourself and then you move ahead with uplifting energies. It talks about our spiritual path, when our spiritual path unfolds, when you find yourself, when it comes to the period of growth. So it talks about when you are working from the bottom to the top, when you put your trust in the hands of the creator, of your creator. You are the creator, right? So you put your trust in yourself. It's something where you reach for the light. And when it comes to fulfilling your karmic destiny, the word karma is also a word what you will hear a couple times in your reading. So spirit, in other words, don't want you to force the growth upon yourself or others, but it wants you to work with it in a way of allowing or being aware what the keys are. Okay, what are the keys for you to move ahead, as we were talking about it, when it comes to love and faith, that will guide you on your journey in order to return to the light. Let's take a look at your runen cards. You barely can see the runen cards. They're covered by the other wisdom oracle cards. But let's talk a little bit about those cards, as they are also helping us to see and understand a little bit more. Urus is in the reverse, but it talks about the power that somebody has, also the power to release something. When we are capable of undertaking also a lot. So maybe you're in a situation where you go through a lot, but maybe others don't or cannot see it. But is it important that others see what you're going through or not? That's a question you gotta ask yourself. And if you're figuring out that it doesn't matter, so you have the power, you can make it, you are the one who's creating an energy of being proud and confident and grateful, then you are realizing that you are the master key for your own health, wealth, and success, your happiness, right? Just keep that in mind, that you shouldn't focus what others see or not. Focus on what you are capable of undergoing, and how it helps you to strengthen your energies. Urus wants you to be aware of energies that are more generous and that aren't becoming a distraction for you, like anger, for example, that you keep, if that's the case, aggression under control. Your next card is the Lagoose card, also in reverse, Cancer. It is the energy of water. You're a water sign, right? So when it comes to inspiration, okay, maybe you feel inspired. When it comes to your creativity, I feel you could be somebody who is very powerful when it comes to creativity. So take heed if that's the case. When it comes to your thoughts as well, how you think about situations, about yourself, work on that. When it comes to expressions, when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to harmony with the surrounding, with your situation. So there's something what is necessary for you to grow. Could be also your imagination that is necessary for your creativity and your strength. It talks about our vision, our desire, and especially about our interior evolution and how we increase our power, okay, the creative energy that we are removing as we were talking about what is frightening us, what is not helping us, like being afraid of change, right? So that's a big thing here for you, Cancer, not to be afraid of change, letting it in what is or should change for the better. And that's where you have to have or should have faith, okay? Trust in the higher power, trust in your destiny, and also showing empathy. So, what you're going through, not that it is the case that you like, let's say, for example, you look at others and say, they don't see my struggle, they don't understand. It's more like that you start to say, hey, I see somebody who's going through something I've been through, I know how it is, and you have that energy of empathy with you. So that's a better kind of energy you want to have with you, carry with you, instead of like, that blocked energy that ain't helping you at all, right? So there's an energy that gives you an increased understanding of ourselves and others. That's what the Lagoose is talking about. And it's also in reverse, shows me that it's an energy you are dealing with, you are working on. It's kind of like a gift you get where you can get something out of it if you understand how to work with it. Let's take a look at your wisdom oracle cards, Cancer. I was pulling the regeneration in the reverse and also the fates in the reverse. The regeneration card with the wisdom oracle cards is talking about rebirth, second chances, about new opportunities. It can talk about opportunities where you thought that are dead that are now revived in a more authentic, stronger form. You might also experience failures, okay, and losses. They let you stop yourself. They let you, you were hanging in there a little bit. But those experiences and those losses, they are getting replaced by something much better and more powerful. So where you step into your new life, where your destiny is being fulfilled in wondrous ways. The regeneration is talking about that there are renewed energies waiting for you to use to regenerate yourself, in other words, your energies. And it also has to do with fate and karma and accepting. So if you are starting to accept that there are things you cannot change, that's also what the fate card is talking about, your next wisdom oracle card. When it comes to accepting things that you cannot change, especially you should know what those things are. Okay, so that it doesn't happening again or that you have that better under control. So there's something when it comes to accepting things that you cannot change, to have the courage to change things that you can, that you have the wisdom to know the differences. In other words, Spirit says that there are things in life you will never have control over, but they are made for a greater purpose that you maybe cannot understand in this lifetime. So, in other words, again, accept the mystery, accept the situation, but don't forget you are the one who always can improve the situation, who can change it if you let change in. All right, Cancer, let's take a look at your pathway oracle cards and your affirmation cards, and then we're gonna move to the tarot cards. Let's start with your affirmation cards, Cancer. And again, thanks to everybody who's liking this video, is sharing it, and is also subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you and thank you very much. The first card is Follow Your Heart, Cancer, in the reverse. And it says, I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. So again, that energy, that inner dialogue you have with yourself. So it's in turn when it comes to you and your energies for the month of August. In this case, to follow your heart, to trust your intuition, right? It says, I trust that the GPS in my heart knows all the best roads, And when it seems like it's taking too long to get where I want, so remember the New Future card from the Angels Oracle cards is in the reverse. So know that there's some cool, weird stuff to see along the way. So maybe Spirit wants you to see something along the way, to understand, to work with your energies a little bit more, to improve those situations. So it's like a little, don't see it as a, you know, something what is hindering you or having rocks in the way. See it more as like those little signs you get that are helping you to understand. I hope I'm making sense here. The spontaneity card is saying, as your next card in the reverse, do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable, it's a lot with accepting here, Cancer. The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up. Maybe your name could be Charlie. It doesn't has to be, but for maybe one of you it could be. Or you're dealing with somebody whose name is Charlie. Anyways, you're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are something lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. So maybe Spirit wants you to go out a little bit, even though you say you have so much work to do. Just give yourself a break, okay? Maybe it is something what is actually inspiring you, or it could be a game changer, right? So maybe it is time for you also to be a little bit more spontaneous in some situations and listen to your intuition when those things are knocking at your door, okay? Let's take a look at your pathway orca cards and let's start with the decide card. It's also in reverse and it says over analyzing options steals you away from present moments. You have the power to decide today, here and now. What you will gain is clarity and new chances. So there's something, as soon as you are being ready, it will definitely knock on your door and say, hey, I'm here. Do you want to take that opportunity? The next thing you might want to have is being a little bit more grateful, or you should be grateful to let also that energy in, or it will help you to, let that energy in easier. Be thankful to those who assist you and even to those who are messing your life up. There comes the energy again with being envy, right? They all come for a karmic reason. We had the Fates card also laying out here. So there's something with karmic destiny. It's just up to you to understand and how to deal with those energies. And how you deal with those energies, that is, making the game changer actually. That is where, it depends on how you are gonna receive also those energies that you are letting out, right? It also says be confident, make more eye contacts and spontaneous communication. So again, if you are feeling like you want to go out, go with it. Listen to your intuition. If your intuition says take a break, let's go hang out with somebody, just go for it. Okay? Don't stop yourself from your blessings. Open your chest, take a deep breath to activate more self confidence. You're simply amazing. It also says give yourself time to heal. The feeling of burned out leaves you being drained. Just one more little thing is too much for you now. Rest, take a few moments off the chaos to restore your energies. So, Spirit wants you to find a way to restore your energies, to release negative energies, and with that being said, Cancer, I'm gonna show you the tarot cards I was pulling for you for the month of August. And again, thanks to everybody who's also liking this reading. Let's take a look at your tarot cards, Cancer. As you see, you have two major arcana cards. This is the Judgment card and also the Moon showing up here. And two talks also about balancing energies out, right? Balancing your energies out. You starting with the Page of Swords as your first card in reverse, and this can talk about when somebody is ignoring signs that are right in front of them. Maybe you're ignoring some signs, or when it comes to those energies where we're talking about with your Oracle cards, maybe there's something you have to pay more attention, or you should pay more attention to something. Spirit also wants you to slow down a little bit to examine your present circumstances. Okay, so don't lead too fast to conclusions until you have all the information. That's what I feel is the Page of Swords showing here. The Six of Pentacles, your next card, Cancer, is also in the reverse, and it says that you could be stealing. You could be dealing with somebody who's not sharing something, and maybe that can cause also some challenges when it comes to energies, how to deal with that situation. But don't forget, it's more important that you focus on yourself, what you are doing, what you how you deal with that situation, and maybe there's a big lesson for you in it. So when it comes to money, also spending money, there could be a situation you're dealing with, or that's how I see it here when it comes to paying the rent, that you're able to pay the rent at the end of the month, something like that. So maybe there could be also where you understand the signs that you unfortunately ignored, if that's the case, Cancer, that are now visible for you to understand, to see, and how to work with it. Because the Three of Wands, as your next card in the upright, talks about plans, about going into action, about creativity and collaboration. So maybe there's something you should pay attention to. Maybe that's what Spirit says here. So look, I want to show you something. So to be able for you to move ahead. Could be in business, with business partnerships, or that there are some results waiting for you. Okay, so maybe you hatched some plans, maybe you made already good effort, and the results are gonna show up, they will show up. So when it comes to consequences, okay, that you don't forget you that you all also feel pleased with your progress. Okay, as we were seeing with the other card, be grateful. Be grateful about the steps you already took. Okay, about your growth. Be proud of your growth. The Knight of Cups as your next card in the upright shows a romantic, a poetic personality. It could be you. It could be that energy of having empathy, for example, more that sensitive kind of energy, kind of type that is showing up here. It can also be news that you're receiving, messages. It could be, if it comes to love, that there's some romance in the air. Maybe you are connecting with somebody where, since we're talking about to be spontaneous, so those energies are waiting for you to explore, and that could be also the case, Cancer. So just letting you know, it can also talk about developments that are taking their time. Okay, and again, you should enjoy the journey, understand, be grateful to receive some lessons that are helping you to grow. Do not wait only for the destination, the results. That's what the Knight of Cups is saying. You should enjoy the time before it passes you by. That's what Spirit wants you to understand. The Nine of Swords as your next card in the upright could be also, torturous thoughts somebody has, where, you have a mind that is nonstop on working, thinking, and Spirit wants you to relax a little bit, to also, have those little timeouts where you can renew your energy. We had that also before, and we also see it right now with we see with tarot cards. So there could be a passive aggression, talking about it to understand how to deal with those energies when it comes to aggression, for example, or feeling anger. All right, so get those energies in check when it comes to yourself or to others. Okay, the key word is allowing. With the Nine of Swords, allowing to slip away, allowing to rest. And with the Seven of Swords as your next card in the reverse, this is someone or an energy where somebody feels caught in something, or somebody feels a need to think quickly. Maybe that's why the Nine of Swords is showing up here. Somebody has a feeling of they got to do something, they got to change something. That could be also the case. But work or understand how you work on it. Okay, if if there's too much pressure on something, maybe with having too much pressure, it is not so easy to receive something or to get somewhere with too much pressure, because you also are allowing other energies that are might be not so beneficial for you to come in. I hope it makes sense what I'm saying here. So it's something where you should deal with the powers that you have right now available. That's what the Seven of Swords is talking about. Remember, or see, it's also in the reverse. So it talks about those inner energies, internal energies you are dealing with. The moon also under it shows me that those are hidden energies that you are dealing, that you can feel, right? So, but accept, understand, be aware of those, and that's when you bring the change in. All right. The Eight of Pentacles. Let's move on with your next card in reverse. It's also something what talks about a creative block, for example, or feeling frustrated. Okay, here we go. With could be your work or with your situation, as we can see with your cards. Again, take some time if that's the case. Reassess your situation or your work situation. You are the one who always will have choices. It's just the matter of time you need to go forward, and also to decide what steps you want to take next. Other ways that you got to be the one who's asking yourself what you really want, how you really want it, how you really want to earn money, for example. How do you really want to live your life every day? Things like that, and how you're going to get there. The Eight of Wands as your next card in the upright talks about intentions, okay, energies, powerful energies, intentions, things that cannot be undone, okay? So when it comes to past situations, acceptance, okay? It also talks about waiting and reflecting. So there are strong and effective energies that are going on. Can also that the universe is working its magic right now. So when it comes to faith, things that you cannot control, that are out of your hands. So when it comes to being patient, for example, when you gotta wait for results. And the Judgment card is your next card, or your first major arcana card. Again, talks about when somebody is ignoring signs. So maybe you're waiting and waiting and you don't understand because you're ignoring some signs. Could be also the case here. And this is actually what your first card shows you in the tarot when it comes to ignoring signs. So maybe there's a big red flag in your situation when it comes to that. Or maybe when it comes to resisting a path, when somebody is resisting change because of, and you gotta be the one who gotta figure out because of why. So you are the person who should relax and release and let spirit in, let spirit guide you. The next card also showing up here is the Seven of Cups. Could be talking about illusions somebody or you is dealing with when it comes to multiple choices. Maybe that's also something what is, you know, a challenge. So sort out those choices. Go with the best choice that feels right for you. That's what the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse was saying. So ask yourself what you and how you really want something. So the Seven of Cups can represent possibilities, can represent wealth and beauty. It lets you know that your mind is the only thing that creates limits, okay, of what you can do. It talks about options, about visions of dreams that can come true if you let it come true. The Five of Pentacles, Cancer in the reverse, is also talking about to overcome challenges. So maybe it is a challenge for you how to change your situation for the better, or overcoming challenges when it comes to your mind that is nonstop active and doesn't let you rest, and you feel the pressure, you got to change something immediately. So something like that, okay? So the Five of Pentacles in the reverse talks about those energies when you are on the way to move to pass those trouble spots, also in when it comes to relationships, or a relationship with yourself, okay? That's what I also feel. It can, or it is including, of course, your growth, and also when it comes to renewals and partnerships. So where you want to change for the better, or you want to get the situation in an improved direction. So something where you're trying to improve something, renew something, and in that way said. I hope I'm making sense, but that's what I feel here. But you got to start with yourself first. That's what I strongly recommend you here with seeing your cards, Cancer. So work on your thoughts, work on sorting out energies, okay, that are not benefiting. So sort those energies out that are benefiting and that are not benefiting. The moon as your last card, Cancer, is talking about dreams, okay? So your path, your way is to fulfill your dreams. That what I can also see with the moon showing up here as your last card. It's also the number 18, so maybe between the 17th and the 18th of August could be also significant for you, Cancer. It doesn't has to be the moon is something when it comes to being mentally very active, okay? But remember, give yourself some rest, give your mind some rest. There's something what wants to be seen, an energy that you carry that wants to be seen. Maybe it wants to be seen by yourself, okay? Maybe there's an energy that is like, under the clouds, or you can't really feel or see it, better say, but it's there for you to be seen in order to work with it, in order to fulfill your dreams. Okay? It can also talk about a supernatural experience or something when your intuition starts to overload, okay? When you starting to activate those energies that are benefiting you. It is something where you also learn to adapt cycles, difficulties, discomfort, okay? Where you learn how to work with those ebb and flows, those up and downs in life, right? When you're riding life's up and downs. And that helps you to cultivate the ability to stay strong and centered. Cancer, that's all what I have for you. I hope this reading helped you. If it does, please give it a like, share it with those who it might help, and you're very welcome to subscribe to my channel. I see you in the next one, Cancer. I wish you all